In this video, we're going to go through the mounting procedure used for the SunStar and EcoSpark solar pool heating collectors. As you can see here, we've got two scaled down collectors already connected to each other with PPCs, plastic panel clamps. To get some more details on how we got to this point, just refer to the proper plumbing methods video on our website. So at this point in the installation, you'll have your collectors already connected together on the roof. You'll have your connection points and trusses already marked out with chalk lines, so you know where you're going to be able to put your lag screw. You're going to start with the upper end of the collector. So if this is on a pitched roof, this is the upper side. You can see that there are tracks on each manifold that run across about 6 inches in the middle of the manifold. The upper mounting hardware looks like this. It's a square pad with a hook shape, and it has two tracks, and that's going to line up with the tracks on the bottom of the manifolds. And so all you do is you will take it and you will slide it from the side across that track. And it gives you enough glide so that you can kind of locate it on the track and locate the mounting hole over the truss, which is where you're going to put your lag screw. You want to stay within the middle third of the track, because if you get too close to the edge and there's any kind of thermal expansion or contraction, you might actually end up having the track disengage from that hook. And if it does that, it might drop that part of the bank of collectors. So you want to stay sort of in the middle. If for whatever reason you can't, we do have a solution for that we'll go over toward the end of this video. You want to locate the mounting pads every other track. So once you have your bank of collectors connected, every 2 tracks, you're going to have a mounting pad.
From the top.
Okay. So at this point, we have the collectors connected and mounted in on the top mounting pads into the roof. And so now we need to go and locate the bottom mounting pads, which are going to occur wherever we had a top mounting pad, just on the opposite track below the top mounting pads. So the bottom mounting pads are 2 pieces. There's a track piece, and then there's a hook piece. The hook piece is very similar to the top mount, except that it actually goes and glides across this track. What you need the track for is that you have thermal expansion and contraction when the temperature changes, and so the collectors are actually going to change length. And so we need to have a little bit of glide allowed. And so the lag screw actually goes through the track, and so the track is fixed to the roof, and this is allowed to have some travel. So on the track, you actually have this graduated scale. It has some heat lines towards the back end, and it has a snowflake, which is more towards the stopper. So if it's very cold, you want to have this hook piece lined up more towards the stopper, because the collector is going to be at its shortest length when it's cold. If it's very hot, if you're installing this in the middle of the summer, in the middle of the day, you want this as far down as you can possibly get. And like I said, the lag screw is going to go through this hole, and then it's actually countersunk so that you can actually have the hook piece drag across that without interfering with that lag bolt. So once you have the position set, you're going to do the same thing you did in the top part, and you're just going to put it on the side, and you're going to slide it and locate it so that this hole lines up over the roof truss that you've marked, and then put your lag screw in there. Again, if for some reason you can't locate this on the track and over the truss at the same time, we do have a solution for that, which we're going to go over next. So in the event that the roof truss falls somewhere between your 2 tracks, somewhere in here, you obviously can't locate a mounting pad on the track and over the truss at the same time, and you can't put a lag screw just into the roof deck alone. That's going to cause leaks, and it's not going to be a very structurally sound connection. So what we've developed is this adapter bar. It's an aluminum bar that actually is able to span 2 of the tracks, and it gives you all this extra length to be able to sit it on that track and then locate it over the roof truss simultaneously. This may occur one time, and if it does occur, you'll need one at the bottom and then again at the top in the same area, because these trusses are going to be falling in the straight line. So if you miss a truss at the bottom end, you're going to miss the same truss at the top end. And so to put this expander on, you get it to the side of both tracks and slide it on. It's a pretty snug fit. It's going to bite into the tracks and the manifolds, so it's not going to want to slide, which is how it's designed. And then after that, you'll slide on the mounting pad the same way you would have slid it onto the track. And that allows you to have this glide. So if your roof truss is right here, you can still have it secured on the track and on the roof truss.